Hailing from the evergreen coastal wetlands of Mangalore, Arun, also known as GoProMan, is one of the most organic bikers I have ever met in my life. By that, I mean that his passion to be on two wheels is derived from his utter need to explore the unexplored. This innate tendency to pick up his bike and disappear into the wilderness is something that I personally refer to as pure riding, a thing that gave birth to so many motorcycle trends these days. Uninfluenced by brands, looks, trends, or any such external factors, this man just rides. Any bike, anywhere. So in the spirit of biking brotherhood, it is an absolute honor to touch base again with a rider who is fueled purely by his need to ride. Welcome to Road Tripping with GoProMan. After having presented several bike reviews, I think it's only fair to introduce myself to you all. I'm Advait, your average nature-biased lad from Bangalore. And it's no secret that I live to satisfy my primal urge to ride. And I identify with people who have a preference for touring on two wheels. Normally, when you meet influencers, you meet them in coffee shops, restaurants, or even on the road. But if you've got to meet the GoProMan, there is only one place you can find him at, and that is in the woods. Have a look. Hey, brother man, what's up?
So, what's the plan? What's going on?
Actually, we at Royal Brothers, we're thinking it's the monsoon season. It's raining cats and dogs, especially in Kerala. And Wayanad is quite close by. So when we're thinking monsoon, Kerala, Wayanad, you know the first name that pops up? GoProMan. So basically, my question is, are you game for some mud trails and wet weather riding?
And Padampuri. So that's a must for me.
That is a must, definitely a must. So with the monsoon clouds brewing overhead, we started an impromptu journey towards rain-soaked Wayanad in Kerala. The road to Wayanad from Bangalore involves negotiating a busy expressway to Mysore, the last major town before you hit the farming belt of the Kaveri Basin. So we've just ridden off the main road and we're sitting down somewhere in the woods here, and GoProMan out here wants to look at the maps. What he searches for are green areas in the maps. You should have a look at what he does.
Okay, somewhere here, like we are somewhere on the way here. If you actually put it on the satellite view, there are some, like, you can see
the
all
green
these green patches.
Yeah.
And there are no yellow lines. So
Right.
that's like it's away from the highways.
Right.
And if you actually zoom in, you can even see some of the trails as well.
Right.
And mostly it's like you don't have a proper roads. It's like off-road and
Off-road,
stuff.
yeah.
So we have our fun as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is something which we can actually check it out.
Oh wow. Oh, you actually have found something already.
Yeah.
So there you go. I think we're going to just head there now.
Chalo, let's go.
While crossing these wildlife sanctuary areas on our route towards Kudalur, Arun and his keen explorer's instincts suddenly took over. He went off the planned route and started taking random roads apparently going nowhere. Soon enough, even the smallest of roads disappeared and there was finally no more road left under our wheels. Instead, a rocky path existed which seemed like it was climbing towards an odd hill that had popped out of nowhere. All of a sudden, a casual ride had turned into a proper off-road adventure. Propelled by the GoProMan's insatiable thirst to explore unexplored places, we carried on further ahead. After a good amount of riding, the last bend of the track finally revealed the top of the hill, and for a moment, both of us were absolutely spellbound. Before us was an old temple standing like a sentry to the approaching monsoon clouds that were blanketing the entire region across the forested plains below. Upon entering the temple area, we spotted the priest quietly sitting on a stone bench and peacefully looking over the landscape. A typical traveler's conversation ensued where he asked us about our origins and told us about local customs and stories of the forest deity. The experience was rather humbling. There are very few moments in life that make you feel like a child again. And this was one such moment. It was also a glimpse into the life of a true explorer, someone who likes making that extra effort and taking those risks in order to discover more. What started today as a normal ride on a route that I have done plenty of times turned out to be one of the most kick-ass little adventures I've done in a long time. Thanks to our good friend GoProMan.
So how was it? The place and the off-road?
It was absolutely incredible, man. One thing I was actually wondering about is I have an Impulse. It has a 19-inch front tire, and I could manage these big rocks that was there. But how did you do it? I mean, this guy just takes his Duke anywhere, absolutely anywhere. It's incredible.
The secret is slow. Beauty of motorcycle is you can actually go to places where four-wheelers can't go. So that's why we are actually blessed.
Yeah, carries the soul, people. Carries the soul, these two wheels.
The off-road detour had been so involving and enjoyable that we ended up losing track of time entirely. Now with the evening fading fast, we were in a race to reach Wayanad and find a place to stay that night. All was going relatively well until the consideration of rain hit us. And boy, it hit us hard. In just a few brief moments upon entering Kerala, we were soaking and drenched completely from head to toe. Kerala is a watershed state of South India, meaning this is where the clouds decide to empty most of their contents. A place where rivers take birth and end up serving millions of people further on. So unlike the odd heavy drizzle that many places experience, this was a complete washout. With zero visibility and dangers of several landslides in the region, the ride became cautious and deliberately slow. The rain eventually got so heavy that our lenses started fogging up and we had to stop filming altogether. With barely a few meters to see in front of us, we still had many a mile yet to go. Next time on Road Tripping with GoProMan, see where our little impromptu adventure leads us to after having entered the evergreen region of Wayanad. Stay tuned for more.